Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Monday to everybody. Sorry I'm a little late. See, everybody beat me. They're all here. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Hope you guys doing great. Got Juan Soto, Amy, and Melissa, the Lester sisters. How you guys doing? I'm doing good. I just have to get this queued up. Let's see. I know some people don't like Flock of Seagulls, but I love that Space Age love song. Let's see.
Let's talk about what is
Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's see. Okay, now I'm just trying to get the music going here, but sometimes they want to throw some ads on me. Okay, let's see. Let's get started here. Looks like, see, Amy, you're coloring one of your drawings. Cool. Illustration for a project, or Becky and I are doing great. Becky's working, and I'm working too. And he had a good weekend. Yeah, we had a good weekend. It was good. It got cold. Now it's getting like back to normal. So not too bad. So hello, Juan. Good to see you. Let's see. I'm going to share my window here now. Share screen. Here we go. Now I got to open up something to share. Okay. Let's see. Still haven't finished this last page. I got bogged down working on stuff, but I was working on this page. This one was like a lot of work for me because I was trying to figure out some things. So I finally started getting the feel of the page, what I wanted to do with it. So I just got to finish up 2 panels basically, and it'll be finished. I was playing around with effects for this one. His dad's on the motorcycle and he shoots out like a giant Nerf dart from the exhaust. He's a blacksmith, so he works, makes Nerf mods. And so he did it. So I was shooting out the tailpipe with the bike. He read the engine, shoots it out, and it hits him right in the chest. Boom. And then he takes advantage and shoots 2 more darts at him. And this is to prove that they can, take on the alien champion instead of the military doing it. Trying to show they got some tricks up their sleeves. So for this effect, it's starting to come together. Still kind of working on this effect though. Trying to figure it out. I think for me, trying to figure out effects, that's the big thing too. Because I want to have a certain type of energy and kinetic feel to things. So I'm like, what do I need to show? What do I leave out? And let's see, where are the effects? Okay, it's right at the top. So see, I got these different rings. See, I don't want it to obscure the bike too much that he's on. So I'm thinking if I maybe set it to like a lower opacity, it might look it's a little darker, but I think it also gives it a depth, feeling of depth. You know, that ring's kind of coming at you. So I'm actually thinking of, let's see, duplicating. Oops. Okay, so I got a third ring here. See, I wanted to look kinetic. And just like, boom, just coming at you. He's firing that dart off. But like I said, I don't want to obscure everything. So it's a catch-22 for me. I'm trying to figure this out. Let's try this one for now, and then I'm going to play with opacity. Let's see, for the large one, I probably... I don't know what you guys think. Hey, Jeff Potts. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Also, Alpha Proto and E Ortiz. How's it going, guys? Yeah, thanks. E's pretty cool. I don't know. I wish I could have a cool name like that. E Ortiz. Nice handle. I was trying to come up with another handle, but I want... I don't know. I just keep it simple. E is pretty dope. Let's see. One says, I don't think you should add so many lines in the panel with the bike. Oh, you mean like the darker lines, like the action lines? I was thinking about that too. I might actually keep them more towards the edges of the panel. You know, that kind of just added that in for a reference guide for the for that white gray effect. Yeah, practice drawing every day and drink plenty of juice. That's funny. Mad Matt. Yeah, I had it's funny. I have my Twitter. It's called I wanted it to be Masked Caution because it kind of sounds like Matt Caution because I was always wearing a mask during the live streams, but somehow Twitter switched it around. It says Caution Masked, so I don't know. Weird. Hello, Christina. Happy Monday. Good to see you on the stream. If you guys could like the video, and if you feel inclined to share, I appreciate it too. But give it a like since you're here in the room. Let's see. I think it was Was it Alpha Pro? No, it was Juan Soto was talking about the black lines. I think it was the black lines, right? So let's see, where are those lines? See, here's the lines right here. See, I wanted to actually. Trying to move these. See, that's the only problem. I don't know how to really work this one as well. You have to hit it right on the mark to move this around. There we go. Okay. I probably don't even need these. See, what I do is there's like a little like if you were use a Clip Studio, you can actually use a little, I want to say app, it's not an app. You can use the feature where it automatically does the speed lines for you. But I kind of still like doing them by hand, or I should say, freehand in a way. So I use the line tool. And you can like make the edges, or the, I should say, the tail of the line, like make it fade out. So you get a nice effect. You get those speed lines if you want to do them. Let's see. Okay, I'll give you an example here. Yeah. See, I don't want to do them that long, so let's try it this way. Still kind of stretches them out. Like, I'm a fan of speed lines, but you have to do it so you don't obscure the artwork. So it's a balance. Yeah, I study my favorite manga artists and try to see how they do effects for certain things. And some guys are just like, well, they're all good at doing effects. They all do it. There's some similar things, but they do their own unique, effects, like for explosions or the effect of speed or blur. And some I like more than others. So I've been studying tons of these effects. Yeah, see, this way is like, it still might be too much. I don't know. I'm just kind of just feeling it out. But it's better than it was before, where we had all those lines overlapping. Hey, Nighthawk Warrior. Happy Monday. Oh, cool. Thanks. Thanks for the 8 likes, guys. Yeah, I'm the same way. I did digital colors. Then I had computer problems, so I started switching to traditional pen and paper, doing the comic pages. And then I kind of fell back in love with just doing traditional. So I just did that for years. And then I'm like, you know what? I tried out digital because I got a tablet. Actually, it's not my tablet, it's Becky's, but I started using it to color. I borrowed it from her to do a job for what was it? It's a company that we did the comic book for NFL football players, and not just NFL but other leagues, and we made them like superheroes. So I had to color them, and I had to do it quick. So I borrowed her tablet, and I started like going, maybe I should try doing a comic page on this. Maybe see if it's quicker. And yeah, and it went from there. Yeah, I thought, you know what, maybe I can save time. I actually did layouts first for this modded. I did layouts digitally just to see if it would speed up the process. And I thought, you know, what if I just drew the whole page digitally? Would that be faster? And I think it has been in some regards, but nothing beats just old fashioned like persistence. Just sit down and start drawing, man. But I still love traditional. I'm going to be doing some splash pages, and I'm going to be doing those traditionally for this book because I want to be able to have some pages to sell. Because the first half of this book is all traditional, and the rest is digital. But like I said, I'm adding in some traditional splash pages. If people want to be able to purchase that during the campaign. Oops. See, it's a little bit better on the edges there. It's not as, it doesn't interfere with the visuals much. It's funny. I was just thinking about, you're talking about juice. I used to do I had a juice machine, and I would do that juicing. You take vegetables, fruits, and juice them, and drink that every day. And actually, because I was like trying to, I don't really have weight to lose. I mean, I just try to lose, fat, try to get in better shape. Because as an artist, you have a sedentary lifestyle, right? You just sit all day. But it worked for me. I was like, losing some fat and felt better. But then I kind of reached a plateau with it where I wasn't really, losing anything. It wasn't affecting me as much. So then I started looking into something else. That's when I started finding out about the keto diet, which is not really a diet, it's just a way of eating. It's kind of like the Atkins, like this. It's like high protein. It's not, well, it's high fat, except it's a high fat and low carb. Whereas the Atkins is low carb. But there we go. And I have to add I'm gonna add a sound effect too over top of this. Almost tempted to try something else here. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I get the vegetables. It was pretty good. It gave me a good amount. I would still use the pulp. Like I wouldn't just throw out the pulp from when I juiced. So I would use it. Not all of it, but I used a lot of it. Just kind of add in some of it into the juice. Because what I do is I throw in some ice, and I threw in some other stuff. I'd make like a drink, not just straight up just liquid. Because I wanted some of that roughage. But yeah, it worked, but like the only problem with juices like a lot in the produce section is they had a lot of sugar, but they have new juice that's actually you can buy in the produce section. It's called Naked. I think it's called Naked Juice, Naked Food or something like that. But it's juiced for you, and it's supposed to be natural. It doesn't have the added sugar to it. It actually tastes really good. It's expensive. Hello, RH Snow. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so I got the effect, but I have an idea that I'm going to try out. And I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. No guts, no glory, right? Let's see. Should go a little darker. I'm going to try this out. Oops, don't do that. Boom. Okay, I think I got everything in that. Oh, here we go. Okay, and then I think I'm going to go look a little darker on the outside edge here. Just try it out and see how it looks. Oh, Let me see. I can see a little bit of that effect here. I'm trying to visualize how the page is going to look as a whole too. So that's the tricky part, because it's easy to zoom in and see, like, focus on the one panel, but I said I don't want to do too much. It's easy to get carried away. Digitally, you can zoom in and you focus on something that's going to be really small. I don't want to do too much. Let's see. Every time I do stuff, like, I always think, is there a quick or a faster way than the way I'm doing it? But I usually end up finding that out later. But better later than never, right? I see. Let's go like this. That's better. Okay, I think you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to get that ring pattern going. I don't know why it blacks out when it saves. I guess it's using a lot of memory. I don't know. Okay, now I'm going to focus on this because I don't want to get too tied down to that one panel and get too detailed. It's already getting a lot of detail in there, for me at least. So I'm going to focus on this guy because he got a lot of work. He's got a lot of fixing to do with this guy. Make sure I read some comments. I just missed out some conversation here about cookies. I love cookies. Speaking of cookies, we just got we bought some Girl Scout cookies that came in. Our dealer offers us a good deal, so well, we got some Thin Mints. But man, that's my kryptonite. Thank you, RH. Grayscale increment spectrum is nice contrast. Thank you. Chocolate chips. Oh yeah, Juan Soto. Chocolate chip cookies. Do you like the crunchy chocolate chip cookies or the soft baked kind? I like both. It's hard to choose between the two, but hey Jiminy, how's it going? Thanks man for posting up the links. Unfortunately on Instagram I'm gonna try to get back in there, but yeah, Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, Girl Scout cookies. I like the tag-alongs. Believe those are the peanut butter chocolate covered ones, right? Those are some of my favorites. But the Thin Mints, you put those in the freezer and they're nice and cold when you eat those, and you just melt in your mouth, man. It's so good. Oh, yeah, you like the crunchy? Okay, crunchy. Yeah, crunchy's good. Can't go bad. Hey, Andrew Hayes. Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. And everybody's here today. The soft store-bought cookies, yeah, they are a little. I don't know, something about them. Those things are addictive too. If I get with the Chips Ahoy kind, the only bad thing is they're so small. I can eat one bite. So like 5 bites and you got 5 cookies, right? And then 10 bites, 10 cookies. It's like it goes by really quickly. And I tried not to, but yeah, Becky's like, "Hey, where's the cookies?" And I'm like, "Those were gone like 3 days ago." Sorry about that. But I bought some more. I bought her some more. Of course, I ate a lot of those too. But my kryptonite, like I said, I try not to keep them in the house. Yeah, Alpha Proto. I don't have money for Girl Scout cookies. You know, most addicts don't have money really, but somehow they get hold of them. I was able to get some. They were expensive. They went up in price. They're $5, I think, now a box. So we only got one. Well, we got two. We got one from my brother and my dad, and they finished those off like in 10 minutes. But we had one that was split between us. Soft store-bought cookies are soft because of the chemical garbage put in them. Yeah, unfortunately, they're not soft for the same reasons that the ones that came out of the oven are, right? You bought 4 boxes of Thin Mints last week and they're dead. Yeah, exactly. I would have polished off this one box, but Becky's like, we see if we can make it last for 3 days. And I'm like, oh man, how do you even do that? I don't even know. It's like, I try to work the math on that. So I had one cookie. No, I had 2 cookies yesterday, and I was proud of myself. I just put them away and didn't have any more. Now that I'm thinking about them, I might grab another one right now. They're in the freezer. Hey, Nighthawk. Okay, let's see. Okay, got his gun. I'm trying to get the expression. I kind of throw down some really cartoony lines at first, but just to kind of get the expression, make sure it's like a shorthand to make sure I remember what I'm trying to go for here. Oops. What layer is this? Oh, I get it. See, I don't want to give him the Jay Leno chin. I mean, he's a big chin, but can't get too carried away here. He's ended up looking like was it Ash from the Army of Darkness, where you got his face all elongated? I think that's what it was from. I'm just gonna start from scratch. Starting to lose the big picture in this. Oh, and I thought I'd promote. Becky has a claim sale going on her Instagram, and it's called Amen Nation. Her her Instagram. So it just spelled like Amen. I don't know if it's two N's now. I'm gonna look quick. But Amen Nation, I think it's like this. And but you go to Instagram, and she's got a claim sale going. I think it's still active, but she's getting rid of some things, make some more room, because we're going to be planning on moving, and she's kind of getting rid of some, I think, some clothes, some comic books, different things like that. Some nice stuff like purses, maybe, I think. And so if anybody's interested, also she's doing one on Facebook with different items. If you just want to, run into any trouble with people ordering, claiming the same thing. So I just thought to throw that out there if anybody's interested in that type of like garage sale, online garage sale thing. So he's getting shot right in the chest, but it's like a foam dart, so I gotta figure out how to make this look here. Like, how big is that tailpipe from the bike? I kind of want to make it iconic, though. You know, just this giant size foam dart. It just seems funny to me. His look is on his face. He's like, what? Oh, see you. Have a good week, RH. Rosa. Okay, Rosa. I see people saying Rosa, so it's even easier to say. Have a good week, Rosa. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, she says, gives everybody hugs. Thanks, Rosa. Amy, virtual hug. We lost Rosa. Andrew says, be right back. Oh, really? 17 likes. Nice. Wow, thanks, guys. Thanks, Nighthawk. Let's see. RH Snow is gone. Is the foam dart going to have that suction cup part to stick to the character, or will it be a color scheme of toy? Yeah, it's going to be a giant suction dart, which is it's got to be cartoony because, I mean, as we all know, suction dart's not going to stick to your clothes, right? Maybe if your chest, is your skin, if it was oiled up, whatever, and you got that nice smooth sheen, not too much chest hair. But he's wearing a shirt, so I don't know. In my mind, it could be something a little bit sticky residue to the dart since it's a modded dart, right? But I want to make it like a giant suction cup end, so it just looks iconic like that. Oh yeah, the Star Trek drawings. Hey Jiminy, are those the original characters, right? Of the original Star Trek characters? Yeah, Juan Soto. I only work the old-fashioned way. Yeah, me too. I mean, now I'm starting to do this though. It comes in handy, especially if you're doing like NFT stuff. But you could always scan it in. I know, like Kevin Sharp, he does that. He scans in his NFT art and then digital colors. You gotta stick with what you like to. I like traditional still. I still sketch a lot. Like I bring a sketchbook with me when I go out. So if I gotta wait in the car, like if Becky goes in the store or the bank or something like that, and I'm waiting in the car for whatever reason, I'll bring my sketchbook, or we'll go to eat, waiting for our food or something. I'll bring my sketchbook out. It's funny. I was doing my comic pages at Starbucks one day. This is before I went total digital. This is probably only a few months ago, but not even that. Probably a month ago. But I was doing the pages digitally. I mean traditionally. I had a giant like 11 by 17 board on the table, my lap, and leaning on the table. And then I was like had my pens and erasers and everything. And then Becky was doing the same thing, drawing in her notebook, traditional. And then over on the next table, there's this young Asian couple, and they're all dressed like really like, you know, hip clothes, and they're both working on tablets. Well, she's working on a tablet, and he's working on a computer, and they're both drawing though. And I was just kind of cracked up myself because I got all this art equipment and tools and paper and everything, and they're working digitally right next to us. And then the artist, the girl, actually drew a sketch of Becky, like a digital sketch, and like before she left, she came up and showed Becky what she was drawing, using her as a subject, you know, drawing. While she was drawing her, and Becky was super happy about it. I didn't get to talk to them. I was actually got up to use the restroom, and then I think Becky looks a little bit more approachable than I do, especially for, you know, women. Maybe they're like, okay, this is my rough layer. I just figured I'm gonna go rough. Sometimes I get bogged down trying to be like tight, so I could just go right into saying, okay, it's finished line art. But sometimes you do that, it makes everything stagnant because you're too focused on trying to be finished at the beginning of it. Okay, I think that should be good. I'm just go right up and clean up these lines. Let's see, 12:30. Okay, it's been an hour. I think I'm gonna finish up this panel, and that should, I'll just say at least maybe another half hour. Because instead of doing 2 hours live stream, I'll just do about an hour and a half. So it's been about an hour. It goes by quick, but I gotta make some calls and stuff like that. So, but I'm gonna finish this page up. So I'm gonna finish this panel up at least before the end of the stream. Maybe the page too. I'm gonna set my timer just so I make sure I keep track here. Okay, there we go. Got my timer set. Now don't have to worry about it. Just get working. Okay, so I turn the line art to blue. Get rid of the old rough. Outfield in with a new, and then a new layer. And as always, you gotta double check your references, make sure the characters are all models. So I'm gonna finish up doing the baseline and then double check my model here. Because it's so easy just to like make little tweaks to each drawing until like at the end of like a dozen pages, your character looks totally different without even realizing it because you're just consistently tweaking. Okay, let's see. Let's open up. There we go. Keep it consistent. So it's not too bad. Oh. Oh. Let's save it. That's the thing. You gotta always remember to save once in a while, at least. At least. Hey, Josh. Good to see you. Happy Monday, man. Thanks. Everything's going good. Ah, Christina, you're drawing too, sketching, huh? Cool. See, practice figure drawing, focusing on torso and pelvic bones today. Yeah, that's always a good one. That practice that, man, that's one thing I still practice even now. I remember taking out like, uh, this probably dates me taking out books from the library on anatomy. Nowadays, you just download whatever. But I was like going to the library and there's this one particular book from the library that I would get. This is in high school, and every time I try to get it, it was like a waiting list. People were just taking this book out. All these young artists were grabbing it. So once it was my turn, I got it. Man, I would just sketch every page and just break down like my sketchbook, all of this stuff. I'd even photocopy some of the pages, especially the hip flexor and the bones and how they connect in with yeah, into the waist. And man, that was like one I'm always was always working on. Let's see. Juan Soto. I think I missed. See, wants to know. I ask because I don't know how to start with digital. Are the programs expensive, and do they have to use? Do you have to use a tablet? What kind of equipment is needed? Okay, yeah. Um, Definitely use a tablet. I would say you can get them now for like online Amazon. They used to be like $1,000 for like a was a 13-inch one where you could draw on the actual see the actual image and draw on it. But now the only cost you can get it for like $250, which is still expensive, but $250 is a lot cheaper than $1,000. So $250. The software I'm using, it only costs maybe what if you get just the beginning starter, it's probably like $90. But if you want to get, I think the version I got, yeah, it was about 90. But I want to upgrade to, I got the Pro version, which is not bad for software. But the Pro version, I think, is like, it's like two something maybe. I have to double check. But anyway, I can upgrade to the executive. I think it's called the exec EX version. And you can do animation and stuff in it as well. So that's the cool thing. It's not just, but the comic pages, if you're doing comics, oh man, I'm telling you, it's got everything set up. And I'm just learning still on what I can do with this. But there's so many features that streamline the process of creating comics. So I recommend it to comic artists because I know a lot of different artists use like stuff like Procreate, which is cool too. I've never used it, but for Photoshop, I used to use Photoshop. But Clip Studio, formerly known as Manga Studio, is my favorite. It's my top choice for creating comics and even illustration, comic illustration. But yeah, Clip Studio, check that out. I think they give you, you can try like a free demo even, see how you like it. But definitely, I mean, you can draw on a tablet where you don't have to see the image on the tablet, like a bamboo or something like that, which I think you can get those for like 99 bucks, the tablets. But it takes a while to kind of get used to it. I can draw without looking at the screen. I can draw. I mean, I could look at the screen and draw. So look, you're looking up while you're drawing. So it's weird at first, but I got used to it. Takes a little bit of work, but you get used to it after a while. But I would recommend getting a tablet. It's a lot easier. And it took me, even with the tablet, it took me a while to get used to drawing digitally because it feels so different. You kind of do some things differently. You know how you change art tools, like you could use a brush or a pen. Sometimes your style changes a little bit, but I was trying to keep it consistent with my earlier traditional pages. So I tried to find I downloaded the Japanese style pen. An actual, like, yeah, a Japanese artist created this pen you can download from Clip, and it mimics that. I was using the G2 ballpoints that Matt Weldon kind of got me hooked on those. So I was using those for comic pages, and this has almost that rough feel to that I wanted. So it looks close to what I was doing with traditional. At least I think it does. Hope it does for everyone else. So they got hit. Well, if you talking about digital tools, if I don't know if you use Photoshop, because I started by learning Photoshop. I had some cousins who knew how to use the basics of Photoshop. So they're graphic artists, so they showed me how to use that. But nowadays, just go to YouTube, man. That's the best. What I do is I go to YouTube and I type in like things I need to learn or know about the software, the apps like Clip Studio, and they have tons of tutorials that show you how to do whatever it is you're trying to do. You know, like doing using circles, trying to get a circle template or straight lines or everything. I mean, speed lines. Yeah, it just I'm still learning, but I just look at those YouTube videos. In Clip Studio, you got people who are independent artists making these videos, but you also have sponsored Clip Studio sponsored artists making them as well. They're all good. I mean, there's some better than others, but I might make some videos, you know, in the future showing like what I do. Um, I guess if people like can, maybe I'll do a video where people can ask questions and I can just run them through and then record it and then post up. I do like a random live stream where I just do tutorial on Clip Studio. But I don't know. I feel like I still need to learn a lot more before I do that. But I guess I know more than some people who've never used it. So here's the tool I use for the straight lines. Here. So you can get thick lines like that, or you get a little thinner. It seems intimidating at first when all these options, but as soon as you start like really like using it, practicing, utilizing it, it becomes like it's like a video game controller. If you're using a video game controller now, was it the video game controllers have like what, like a 2 dozen buttons on it or something, and you're using like majority of them like in one gameplay, and after a while you just forget that you're even you're not consciously thinking about the buttons. You're just playing the game, controlling the character. It's the same or similar in doing the art. It's like after a while you get so used to using it, the features. And look at, see this bottom part of the gun curves. So I do is I just go to the it's a curve option. Make sure I get the same line width. I'll show you that. I'll close up a little bit more on here. So you can see, look, you just put the curve tool down, connect, and then put it where you want to start it and where you want to end it. And then what you do is you let go and just have your pen hover above the surface, and you can stretch it anywhere you want. And there you go. I mean, stuff like that. I mean, man, I didn't know about that when I was first using it, and it made a world of difference. And I don't care for me about making it perfect, but like these straight lines, because I want it to be hand drawn. I want that feeling or look. So it's going to be rough in some areas. That's cool with me, because that's what I want anyway. So I'll go over it by hand after I do the main lines. I just don't want it to look so bad that wobbly that it looks like, oh no. But if it looks a little rough, that's cool for me. And the same thing with the circle. Look at this. You go to, they have a circle option here, or a ellipse. And then so you can make like these like nice ovals, and then you can, after you place it, you can hover your pen over it and just turn it wherever you want. But I'm gonna make it more of a circle. So you hold down Shift, and it makes it a perfect circle. You know, whatever, however, no matter which direction you move the pen, it's always gonna be a perfect circle. So that's a great feature. And then I just lasso it, just because I want to move it. It's on the same layer as all these lines, so you get a lasso. I just move it up. Yeah, man, it makes it so much quicker and easier, I could say. But there's a learning curve, and you got to learn how to use this stuff. But I would say just kind of gradually incorporate it into your work. You know, like instead of dropping traditional, just get the digital stuff and just like do illustrations or do your comic pages, scan them in, and maybe work on top of it digitally that you already did traditionally. That's what I would do. I would just scan in my line art. I still do that. Scan in my line art, and I digitally kind of add to it or color it or whatever, gray tone it. But just over time, you just kind of like incorporate it into your work, and it's fun too for me. I mean, there's so many things you could do. I was against digital until I saw Japanese artists doing amazing art digitally, and I was like, whoa! And I was sold. Let's see. Let me go back to the comments section here. Make sure I'm paying attention to you guys. Yeah, Juan, definitely. Just look for those tutorials, check them out, and it'll probably get you psyched up where you'll want to buy this stuff, because the stuff that you can do. When I watched those videos, I was blown away, because I was using the software, the app that I was like, I didn't know what I could do with it. So I was trying to do it all by hand, so to speak, like doing circles and doing stuff like that. And I realized, oh, if there's tools that do it for you, it just streamlines the process. Because, yeah, you don't want to spend time, like, for instance, the vehicles or the weapons that I'm drawing. I just get photo references. I put actual photo references in there. I worked on top of them. I did techniques where I did paint bucket on some of the shadows, and would just automatically on a new layer put in the shadows. And then I would just kind of hand do the lines, because I want that rough look on some of it. But yeah, it streamlined the process for me. Oh, see you, Nighthawk. Have a great week. Thanks for stopping by, man. And for the play-by-play and the likes. Appreciate it. Oh, and by the way, I'm drawing modded. This is the comic book that I've been working on for too long, because meaning too long, I should be done with this. So that's why I'm like, I gotta kick it into high gear. This year it's coming out though, so let's see here. Dart. Oh. So I'm gonna get that dart sketched in real quick. I probably should do the circle first. Probably be easier. Let's see. How thick should the line be? Let's try 6. Oh. Okay, now we're going to go for the lines. Okay, now I'll do... Maybe we should just do another circle here. Probably do it on a different layer. Okay, now I go back bottom layer. Probably should have done this with the first circle that I did. Oh well. And let's see. I'll duplicate layer. Duplicate layer. Okay. I think I'm gonna do another. Let's see. Oh, forgot. Same layer. Oh. There we go. Okay, there we go. So that's the dart. Of course, I had to add some speed lines and some of that blur effect. So I think I'm gonna. Sometimes you have to judge on whether the blur effect will obscure the actual object to the point where people don't know what it is, or will it just add to it and make it look cool. Sometimes it takes faith in the reader that they're going to know, but you also have to know what you're doing, like if you're putting in the right amount of work in the previous panels so that they can connect the dots. So it's not all on the reader, obviously. Some of it is, but oops. What did I do? I did it all. I like those face adjustments, but I did them on the wrong layer. So here's a trick for that. Just select the whole thing. See where the eyes are? Now the adjustments I made. I like it, but it's on the wrong layer, so I'm going to put Control Cut, Control C, then go back to, oops, then I'm going to do Control V, go back to the original dart, erase. Okay, now I got those on a different layer, and I'll put it back, merge it with the guy Ken's layer here. This military guy, I gotta admit, my influence is kind of like a Guile type of character where he's got that strong face, stern face. But I wanted to give him, of course, a different hairstyle. Couldn't give him that Guile hairstyle. But I wanted to give him military. But I like the flat tops. Believe it or not, when I was a kid, I had a flat top once. I didn't like always have a flat top, but I felt like I had to do it once because my dad talked about having one when he was a kid. So I was like, I got to try a flat top. So my brother and I both got flat tops in the summer one year. My mom almost cried when she walked through the door. She's like, "Where's your hair? Where's your hair?" Okay, it's like my alarm went off, so that's a half hour. And I'm pretty much done with the line art on Ken. I'm just going to do some rendering, probably grayscale. Of course, I do some action lines and stuff. So, Jeff Potts, does he have a pipe growing out of his chest? He just got harpooned by a Nerf dart, a gigantic Nerf dart. That's funny. So here, I'll give you an overall view here. Turn this off. So this is the page. The standoff. Oh. You see his dad over here. He's sitting on the bike. So they're getting ready to stand off with the guns. They have the Nerf dart guns. Actually, you know what? I might have double checked because the script might call for. What happens is he throws him a Nerf dart gun to the military man, but the military guy doesn't pick it up. So I think he's going to use a real gun versus the Nerf gun. So to up the ante, I think I got to erase this Nerf gun in his hand and put the real gun. So I have a Nerf gun in his hand right there. I just realized it. So I'm going to erase that and have his real gun. So anyway, they face off. And the dad's got a trick up his sleeve. He shoots a giant Nerf dart out of the back. He rigged it to the motorcycle to shoot out the back of the tailpipe there and harpoons him right in the chest. Boom. Unharmed, though, it's a Nerf dart. And then Lam sees an opportunity, which they already had planned ahead of time, and he puts two more darts. I think he sticks it to his head. But if it does, I have to check the script again, because if it's not in the head, he might shoot him in the eye with the sunglasses. He has sunglasses on, so I'll have to redraw the sunglasses on him, which is not too difficult at all. But he's going to tag him with two darts following that harpoon. So before I finalize the page, I'm just going to probably do those changes. to the gun. Make sure I check the script and maybe the sunglasses, but I think it shoots him in the head. So there you go. Thanks everybody for stopping by and spending time with me while I'm working on this stuff. This is my work. This is my comic I'm working on with TUNGSTEN, NARWHAL, and Nathan, and they're waiting patiently on me to finish this up. So I'm nearing the finish line. It's getting close to being done. Now that I switched to my digital process, it is helping me out. I'm learning how to work faster with this, so I'm going to crank out the next batch of pages faster. But thanks everybody for stopping by. I'm glad you guys doing great. Have a great week. And if you want to stop by, I'm doing another live stream on Wednesdays called Drawn and Quartered, and it's on Blacklist Universe channel on YouTube. But they have a link is in the descriptions for that. Mike Miller's page. He's also the proud owner of the Funky Monkey Frat House, and it's everything crypto, NFTs. And if you want to check that out, they have a Discord, and there's probably a link in his YouTube page. And I've also done some monkey NFTs for him. I'm working on one right now. Actually, working on a couple of them, 3 of them. And yeah, check it out though. A lot of great artists on Drawn and Quartered Wednesdays at 7 Pacific, 7 p.m. But you can check me out here every Monday at 12, usually 12 noon. Today was 12:30, but 12 noon Pacific. I do my live stream, do comics, manga, and some illustrations. But thanks everybody. So like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Keep up to date. And I appreciate everybody stopping by. Got Juan Soto, Jeff Potts, Nighthawk Warrior, Christina Lynn, Jiminy Cricket, as always, thanks. Josh Griffith. And we had some of course, Amy and Melissa, the Lester sisters. But we had Rosa stop by. I think she might stop by once, but it's been a while since she commented, so it's great to see her. Alpha Proto. You guys have a great week. I will see you again. E. Ortiz, can't forget E. But have a great week, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Hopefully see you on the next live streams Wednesday, and maybe a random one this week. I know I keep saying it, but I'm going to try. So see you guys. Have a good one. God bless. Talk to you later.